Hey guys, welcome back. Today I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, or Happy Holidays for you non-religious folks. I want to talk about our year in review, what we did this year, what we covered this year, what we built together this year down on my layout. And also, in the wake of the Sandy Hook shootings, I want to tell you guys what Christmas means to me. It may be cheesy, but I think it's something we should discuss together. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, the year in review. The year started on a very sad note, and that was the suicide of Alexander Fry. Now, this was a young rail fan up in Cheyenne, Wyoming, that just loved watching trains go by. But he decided to take his life because of the constant bullying he got from his love of trains. So we talked about options for you rail fans, you young rail fans that watch my videos. I told you you're feel free to contact me. That offer still stands. I talked to the parents of the young rail fans and the adults that watch my videos, and we talked about ways to handle bullying together. So my offers always still stand. Messages are still welcome on my page and in my private messages about school bullying. After Alexander Fry, we had to resume life as we always do. I had plane tickets up to Chicago, Illinois, where we went to the world's greatest hobby show, and I showed you that. I also went to the Museum of Science and Industry up in Chicago, and I filmed the layout, which is one of the largest HO scale layouts in any museum in the world other than Miniature Wonderland, which is in Germany. So we covered these things, and then I had to fulfill my military duty and deploy to the Middle East. I spent 3 months over there, and then I came back, and then we re-tackled more issues. We started with my return video, which I decided to put a little humor in with overland models. I also worked on my display case down in the basement. I wanted a place to put my trains that they didn't have to be either in the boxes or on the layout, where I could show my pride for my trains, but still run them. And we worked on a lot of other things, including the DDA-40X from Athearn just a few months ago. That was a big release in the market. We also worked on the installation of the Waller's turntable, the HO 130-foot turntable. I basically renovated that entire left end of my layout and put that turntable roundhouse and car shop facility in with your help and feedback. Now, you'll notice that I'm saying we, and I'm saying we because I couldn't do most of this stuff without you guys. I get requests on what to review. I try to fulfill them as much as I can if it fits my era, or if I can, get a model fairly easily. I do how-tos, but a lot of those are, I'm trying to fill in missing gaps in YouTube. I noticed that there aren't how-tos for certain things, so I decide, well, am I going to do this how-to because it's something I want to do on my layout? And I do rail fanning and try to catch cool stuff rail fanning. So overall, we have a lot of fun. So after the turntable and the Athearn DDA-40X, we did the Broadway Limited switcher, just a quick rundown of that. And then we covered a lot of ground. I mean, there's just so much stuff. You can go back on my page and look. Over the year, the views have really accumulated. The subscribers have really accumulated. We're at 2 million views, over 7,000 subscribers, and I can't thank you enough. Out of the people on YouTube, I'm one of the newer guys. I've only been in model railroading for a few years, and for my YouTube page to explode that much, it's because of you guys, and I can't thank you enough for that. So just thank you. Now I'd like to tell you guys about what Christmas means to me and kind of tie it in with Sandy Hook. I know some folks, they don't buy the Christmas thing, religious preference or whatever. That's absolutely fine. I just want to tell you guys that if you don't buy the Christmas thing, or even if you do, over this time that you have time off with your family, either from school or work, hold your kids or hold your parents a little tighter. There's absolutely no guarantees in this world that we're going to be here tomorrow. A matter of fact, I'm recording this on December 21st, so the world was supposed to end today and it didn't. But it's not a laughing matter that we might not be around. It's very serious, and you really should live your life like it's the last day of your life, because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. So when you're with your mom and dad, or you're with your kids, or you're with your siblings this holiday, just you know, get some mental pictures in your head of them. Take pictures, take videos, hug them a little tighter. Like I said, no guarantees in life. It's very important to realize that. If you're not going to do the presents thing, you probably see presents here for Henry. You know, and the presents, they're not really that big of a deal. It's more about being with your family and spending time with them. I'm doing a double thing, and I'm having time with my in-laws here, and then I'm going to go home and have time with my family while the Christmas tree's still up in Indiana. So just cherish your family. It's very important. My family is very important to me. You know, I've driven home. Driving home from here is a 10-hour drive every day, and I drive home and I visit my family a lot. I spend probably 2 solid months out of every year home, and that's because my vacation time and holidays allow me to do that. So I just want you guys to know the importance of that. I'm sure you already do. I just like to remind you during this holiday season, when you have that extra time, you know, take those mental pictures, take those physical pictures, take the videos, spend time with people, because you never know who's not going to be around next year. At the beginning of this year, we lost Alexander Fry, and we talked about that. And we talked about bullying in the schools. Now we've got the Sandy Hook thing. There's not just bullying in schools, there's shooting in schools. It's worse than a war zone to me. I can deploy in the Middle East and be more secure than I am in a school. It's nuts. I didn't have 20-some people die with me when I was overseas. There were people that died. There were people that brought through to my base, but there wasn't 20, because I got an email every time somebody did come through that base. Every time a casket with a flag on it had to come to the base, because they allowed people to go out and honor those fallen people. And the sad part is, over several months, there wasn't 20-some people like we lost in Sandy Hook. So schools are becoming war zones. Now that's a political issue that I'm not going to talk about. All I'm saying is, spend time with your families. So sadly, the year ended almost how it began, and that was the loss of a child or children, which is totally unacceptable. Whether it be Alexander Fry at the beginning of the year or the Sandy Hook students at the end of the year, this Christmas tree in homes all over America doesn't have children opening presents under it because of that. So just remember that when you're spending time with your families. It's so important because, like I said, you may not be here tomorrow. I may not be here tomorrow. Your parents, your brothers, your sisters, you may not be here tomorrow. Is it scary? Yes. Is it life? Absolutely. Now that we've got that covered, what am I going to do about Sandy Hook? What are you going to do about Sandy Hook? Who knows? Everybody has different things. I'll tell you how I'm going to approach it. The Christmas tree behind me, I was going to have an envelope up here, and it was going to have a gift certificate for modeltrainstuff.com. Then I realized modeltrainstuff.com has a e-gift certificate, so I'm going to be giving away a $25 e-gift certificate for modeltrainstuff.com. Now, what does that have to do with Sandy Hook? Well, I'll tell you what. You enter the gift certificate drawing by just commenting below either Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. One comment per person will get you into the drawing. But here's where Sandy Hook comes involved. I'm going to give a $1 to each comment. So if I get 194 comments, it's $194. If I get 500 comments, it's $500. And that will go to a charity at the beginning of the year. I'll put the comment deadline as 31 January, let's just say that. So sometime in early to spring of next year, I'll find a charity that's directly helping the Sandy Hook victims or helping the families pay or whatever. I haven't done any research into that. And the amount of comments I have on the page that are entering the gift certificate drawing, and I don't want to get you guys confused. You're entering the gift certificate drawing, but I'm taking your comment as $1 to Sandy Hook that comes out of my pocket. So I hope that's clear to you guys. You're entering a gift certificate drawing. All it is to my viewers is a drawing for $25 gift certificate. Now, I would have done more, but I just gave over probably $500 worth of stuff away in the last 6 months. In between private stuff and then the giveaway for the Athearn SD70 Ace Norfolk Southern Heritage Unit that I did on my Facebook page. Anyhow, I know I'm blabbering a lot here, but the bottom line is care for your families. You know, spend that special time making moments, making memories, and comment on my page, which will enter you into the drawing and will get me to enter $1 for each comment to the Sandy Hook victims. So the Sandy Hook victims will, you know, there's something I can do for them because I can't replace those people. Those people are gone. And if you take anything else around Christmas, remember that. We're able to spend time with our families. These presents, with God willing, 4 more days, will be opened by Henry. They've got presents under their trees that will not. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time right here on my channel.